Okay, that's the audio file. It joins right about 109.54, so I'm going to fast forward. Two, three, four. The join was good. Two MP3 files are connected together and they're seamless. So we can close this file that we had. We're going to use that joined MP3 file as the background audio for the new video files we're joining together. So we can close out of the MP3 joiner. The program I use for joining video files, AVI Demux. Let's get started. I've already associated that type of file to videos. So I can right click on the first file and open with AVI Demux. By default, it's going to want to create an AVI file. So let's change that to an MP4. The same file that's coming in with the same file going out. This is only the first file. Remember, there's three. So under the File menu, we can append more video files. We have MVI0847, append, MVI0849, I wonder what happened to 0848. Before appending the next file, I should test it and see what happened. Remember, these video files off the camera stop at about 50, how many minutes? 56 minutes? 59 minutes. 59 minutes and 50 seconds. So in AVI Demux, we're going to fast forward to 59 minutes and 50 seconds and see what exactly happens when they join together. I could have gotten a little closer, couldn't I? Right here, 5 seconds to go. Huh, it was seamless. So I'm just kind of curious why the file names weren't consecutive. We're going to append the final file, MVI0850. Now we have all three video files in one large 2-hour and 16-minute chunk. But the audio was messed up in the first 45 minutes. As you can hear now. That is why we have a nice, good MP3 recorder. Click Audio, select Track. We're not going to use track 0 from the video, which is the first track from the video. I'm going to push the menu selector and select a separate audio track. Remember, we put it under Drive C temp. And the MP3 joiner. And there's the joined file we created. Okay. Finally, before we export the video file, we need to synchronize the audio and the video. I'm going to go turn up the volume. I'll be right back.
How to set up and study and research for a sermon, and in that same context, how to establish themes and series within teaching, so that way.
That looks pretty close, but what I've noticed is that if you are really good at pressing the video record button and the audio record button at the same time, there's going to be exactly 300 milliseconds of delay off sync. Let me see if I can fast forward to a place where they're moving their arms. Right there.
I love that because there's a profound truth. We're talking about first step. We should think about it. In your day, after you get out of bed, what is the first thing that you do? Some people it is to get their coffee. You know? And I'll tell you this for
It kind of looks like it's going to be more than 300 milliseconds. Let's start off with 300. So I'm pressing this shift item here, shift checkbox. I'm going to type in 300 and press enter. Now let's back up the video a little bit just so that we can see what effect we had. Right about here. I'm watching his lips move and his arms wave to see if it's in sync.
to get their coffee. You know? And I'll tell you this for how long been there? 33? Yeah, they're 33 years.
Oh, it's way off sync.
We have never left the house, started our day, did anything.
As a matter of fact, it looks worse than when we started. I'm going to unselect that shift checkbox and see what's going on here.
How long been there? 33? Yeah, they're 33 years. We have never.
Something really lost. I don't know if we paused the video and not the audio or what. But let's go within the first 50 minutes because we know that that's already where there's one solid video file and one solid audio.
I'm talking to you, you're not perfect. So you will make mistakes, and when you do, don't try to hide them. Don't.
Okay, that's way more than 300 milliseconds off. Let's do 500.
Don't try to hide it. You know what? I messed up.
Let's go 700.
I'm going to do better. Be accountable.
There we
for your
go.
Decisions. Teach diligence. Teach faithfulness. Work in a spirit of excellence. I think
Go 800. And enter. And play.
Ruth was like, if I hear that word one more time, when I hang somebody. Provide immediate feedback. He said that. Construct. Make sure you do that.
Okay, I like 800. I'm going to do 900 just so I can see what it looks like, but I'm going to go back to 800.
Methods. Deliver in kindness, graciousness, gentleness. Do not be harsh, unkind, cut people. Okay? You don't want to kill the spirit. You don't want to kill.
No, 800 is the right number.
Enthusiasm. You have to work through it. You have to.
Beautiful. Now let's fast forward to 5950 and make sure everything stays in sync. I'm doing this because 5950 is where the two video files were joined together, and I want to make sure nothing was lost. No frames were lost in the joining. No audio yet. His mic is mute. I hope it's just his mic is mute and it's not a mess up in the audio file. That's right at the 1 hour mark. Let's get back to that. Fast forward. Okay, there's audio. Go back. When does he turn his mic on? 1 hour and 2 minutes? Oh, it was mute on the soundboard apparently because he didn't do anything. Someone in the soundboard finally realized it wasn't on and then pushed the unmute button. So unfortunately, there's no way to recover that.
Chapter 5, verse 2. When I found this, you should go to the next slide. I added the scriptures. When I found this, I started shouting. If you're a leader, you might want to shout too. That the leaders took the lead.
I just realized that what you're seeing
The leaders took the lead in Israel.
is kind of choppy, but what I see on my screen is really smooth. So you're not going to be able to catch how I sync his voice with his mouth as easily on the live stream as what I'm doing.
Second one is even more exciting. Maybe you want to dance. That the people offered themselves willingly.
Beautiful. Let's go further in. 59 plus 59. Right about here. Okay, it's off. Something got lost. Let's go an hour and a half over here.
This is the beginning of new opportunity.
That's off too. Let's go back.
No, he had to go, and there the ravens.
That's off. Somewhere between 1 hour and 1 hour and 30 minutes, we got off sync. Let's try 117.
But my feet are on the ground. And then you have
No, that's off too. Let's do 1 hour and 10 minutes.
hey, we got to cut expenses, you know, we're
That's
gonna
good.
run a dollar over percent over expenses, each department, there's a cost center versus a revenue center.
1 hour 10 is good. Let's go 1 hour 13.
Like going to a fish bowl. As soon as the meeting was done, all of us ran to us.
1 hour 13 is off. Somewhere between not 1 hour 10, 1 hour 13. Let's do 1 hour 11.
This can't be the only option.
Let's watch it for 2 minutes and see what goes on.
Closed door meeting, right? But that's not what we want to do. Of course, it's understood, and we all sign papers, you know, non-disclosure and confidentiality agreements. And then it wouldn't be 5 to 10 minutes, and the entire call center, I'm talking between 300 and 500 people. And even if you stand up to the site and say, oh, we're having layoffs. We're doing layoffs. Like, where in the world is that from? Well, we know it has to come from a collective of people in this closed door room that was running the night. And so, over time, this kept happening, and so we started to narrow the scope. So my boss said, you know what? We're only going to talk about it in our group. We're not going to talk about it with the whole leadership team. Come to find out, there were no leads. And so I told my boss, I said, just an observation. I go, in the expanded group, that group has one thing in common that the interior group does not. Now I'm going to say something, and I'm not coming against something. It's just an observation. The internal group, where it's just about 4 of us, none of us smoke. The extended group, the majority of them were smokers. Again, not coming against smoking, just stating an observation in the story. And so I told my boss, I said, let's try something. Now let's meet the whole group again. I said, but let's provide this information. Something that would not ever happen, something that's completely off the radar on folks. And I said, and then let's watch. Man, it was like going to a fish bowl. As soon as the meeting was done, all of us ran to the office, my boss's office, and looked out the window, right? And sure enough, the 3 people that were in this group went straight out to the smoking area. And they're just talking away. You see people slamming stuff down, and, you know, they're getting mad. They come in, I mean, they're throwing their badges as they're spiking money. It's hilarious. And so, after we went around and said, hey, what's going on? We noticed that people are upset. Oh, man. your meetings at this, oh, I did I? And so we're like, okay, so we called these people in and asked them and said, oh, no, we didn't say a thing. I said, you want us to call the people that did it? You talked about this one thing. So we learned a valuable lesson that influence is greater from within in the majority than it usually is from the top. Because I can say the truth, and I can take the truth. But if one person in this group starts to give misinformation or partial truths, everyone in this room will believe that person will believe. He's just a leadership. He's out just protecting himself.
I don't see any problem. We're coming up 1 hour, 15 minutes.
And he's gonna.
I think it's just a preview.
And so over time, what we begin to do is we begin to capitalize on it. When we want to get information out fast.
All right, let's stop it. So we've got it in sync. I'm fairly confident it's going to stay in sync to the very end, even though the preview was not showing it. So the next or the final step before exporting is trimming it. We're not going to get the very beginning, and we're not going to get the very end. So let's get all the way to the very beginning.
So the title of the theme of this conference is Difference Makers. And so there will be several that are new.
We could have gone before that, but simply because there's an overlap in audio, you hear this sound twice. So I'm going to start right after the echo. This button right here, let me zoom in. See this A and B button? That's your start and stops. I press it, meaning I want my video cut to start there. And sample. Let's back up just a hair. Now, the way I do that is way over on the right, press this A button where I have the 1 second 0.868. That sends my video to that exact point in video. And then I'm going to hop over to the next major iframe, the frame where in the video where it keeps track of its major changes. Previous iframe and set a new starting point. Now let's preview that. That's good, I like that. Now let's find the ending. Now in this part of the video, everyone's shaking hands and saying goodbye. There's a long piece of that we can trim off. I see Pastor talking right here, so scoot forward some more. It looks like a closing prayer. Let's wait for the closing prayer. Can't really hear her praying, but I'll keep it in. She wasn't using a mic, so her voice didn't get into the computer system.
All right, thank y'all for coming. Thank you for those of you that are watching online, and we will see you next time.
Okay, I'm going to count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That sounds like a good place to stop. Let's back up just a hair. Make our stopping point. And now we've got something ready to export. Remember, check and make sure that it's MP4 video. Under the File menu, we're going to Save. Let's keep it in the temp folder because we're not sure if it's going to turn out right. And we can just delete it when we're done. The file name starts with the year 2019 0525 and draft 1. I'm pretty sure we might need a draft 2 and a draft 3 before we're all done. Save. There it goes. Now if this was recompressing, this could take hours, maybe even days. depending upon the quality of the video and how slow the computer is. But since it's not recompressing, it's just reading the video file and writing that exact same compression ratio to a new file, bit by bit. It's not processing it, so to speak. It's taking the pieces of file 1, reading it bit by bit. When it reaches the end, it starts reading the pieces of file 2 bit by bit. And as it's doing that, it's writing one new consecutive file, one new contiguous file. And because of that, as you can see, instead of hours, it's only taking minutes. I love that. Any questions in the chat? Okay, let's end this stream. If anybody asks if they want to see the final output, you can ask me. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense to play it. What you see on your video preview is going to be choppy and it's not going to look like it worked. Maybe you'll be able to hear it at least. It's only less than a minute. Let's take that file we just created and play it back. Make sure it has a good starting point and ending point. And if not, we can create draft 2 and draft 3. There we go. Our file has successfully been saved. We called it 2019-525. And there it is. It's a big file, so double clicking on it takes a little bit. It takes a while for it to load.
So the title of this number is difference. So the title of this number is difference makers.
That's good.
So there are several that are doing.
Fast forward to 59 minutes.
How did that? The leaders took the lead in Israel.
That's good.
But second, any good business leader or any parent for graduation. It's a little bit presumptuous.
Excellent.
High level positions for faculty. Thank y'all for coming. Thank you for those of you that are watching online, and we will see you next time.
All right. We've got a keeper. I've got a file that I can upload. Pastor James will probably ask me to divide up the file.
So the title of this number is difference.
Oh,
So there are 7.
I don't like that, where it blasts the music at the very end. Let's pull back the trimming just a hair. Like I said, draft 1, now we're going to do draft 2. Now the way we do that is we look at where we stopped by pressing this button here. Remember how I told you can click on this little time zone for the A marker and the B marker? I'm going to click on the B marker. That takes me exactly to this spot. And I'm going to press this double arrow thing to go to the previous iframe. Should I do 1 or 2? Let's do 2. 1, 2, and then set a new B mark. Probably wouldn't hurt to go 3. Yeah, let's add 2 more just for safety. 1, 2, 3, add a new B mark, and we're going to save that file as draft 2. And I'm going to end the stream so you know exactly what I did. There's no need to repeat the process over and over again. Alright, thanks for tuning in. No questions in the live stream. I'll see if I can do this on a more regular basis. Have a good night. Bye.